Hey, my name is Angela, and this podcast is The Art of Friendships, where we're going to be talking about just friendships. We've all had friends who have been good friends, sometimes bad friends, but really what we all share is a real deep desire for wholesome friendships. I want friends who are timeless, friendships that walk through stage to that my whole life stage, from when I'm single, going to college, my girl squad, going through marriage, young family, raising your family, work, and just generally, and you hope that you're going to be friends when you retire. So we are all looking for these wholesome friendships, for friendships that we can age with and truly just experience life. But a lot of us, what ends up happening is we find ourselves in friendships that are not always wholesome, that are tumultuous, that are challenging, may have some drama, maybe lots of gossip, disappointments, letdowns, betrayals, loss of trust. And what I've seen in the last few months, or at least maybe the last few years, is that everybody, whenever you bring up the question of friendships, people have had very deep, troubling experiences that make them end up not wanting to engage in friendships, not knowing how to manage friendships, not even knowing how to design a friendship. So on this channel, what we're going to be doing is truly spending time and trying to navigate what is this art of friendship. What does it take to be a good friend? What does it take to have a good friend? How do I design friendships? How do I figure out who can be a good friend? What matters to me as an individual when I'm looking for a friend? Because a good friend for me may not be a good friend for you, may not be a good friend to the person next to me. So just really going through the process of figuring out what is important to you, and what's meaningful to you, and what are you willing to put in. So that's another thing with friendships that we need to also be able to understand is, are we willing to invest in friendships? Like, how much effort are you willing to put into a relationship? Because what I've also, in the recent months, I've been talking to a lot of people and reading a lot of material, a lot of different books on friendships, which has been as a result of an experience that I've had. Probably not even one experience, multiple experiences, right? And then you get to this point of realizing that a lot of people have gone through a process where they've put in effort in a relationship, they didn't get the same thing back, they got disappointed. In the process of being disappointed, they got hurt that the other person probably didn't feel the same way, they didn't value them in the same way, they didn't give as much into the relationships as they had. And when you take a step back, you ask yourself, what could have been different? What could have been done in this relationship that could have been different? Because the reality of it is, you and I need friendships. You and I thrive when we have friendships that are thriving, friendships that are wholesome, friendships that nourish us. We thrive when we are part of a tribe. But what does it take to build this tribe is really going to be the main focus of this channel, the main focus of this podcast. And I hope that you'll tune in, stay engaged, and let's walk through this journey together and grow ourselves within our friendships and those of our children. Because this is a skill that if you learn, and if I learn, we can pass to the next generation. Because a lot of us have just bumped into relationships. We didn't know, how do we go about making a friend? It was like the person who's willing to talk to me, we kind of seemed like we're jiving, oh, you're my friend. But did we really design that friendship? And if you're confused about it, chances are that your daughter, your son, your niece, your nephew is going to have the same struggle that you're having. But if you and I go through this process of learning what it takes to be a good friend, what a good friend looks like, how a drama-free, wholesome relationship could, as a friend, could be fostered, could be invested in, that's a skill that we can share with others in our circle. Thank you, and look forward to having an awesome time together.